Hey everybody. So last night I was laying in bed and I had a random thought. What would happen if I did a fusion of arroz con pollo and jambalaya? So that's what I'm going to make today. And since it's kind of a new recipe, I'm going to call it riz du foyer. Pretty much just means rice of the hearth or like heart rice. So yeah, so what we're going to do first is going to render off some andouille sausage. That get all nice and crispy, release all of that awesome flavor, and I will be back. With this, we just want to basically cook it until it's like cooked through, and I'll heat it up and move on to the next step. Alright, so I just added a little bit of avocado oil in there. Take our chicken thighs until this is kind of hot because we're going to sear these. You want like a nice deep color in the skin. I'm going to do it skin side down. And the chicken, we have it seasoned with smoked paprika, cumin, salt, and pepper. You want to make sure you pat down the chicken so you kind of dry out the top so the spices will stick better. And also make sure it gets a little bit of the seasoning up underneath the skin. Now in here, I have some chicken stock and just warming up so we can, when we put it in with the rice like kind of not instantly, but it's a lot easier for the rice to grab a hold of the stock. And now at this point, once the stock is kind of hot, you don't have to do this step, but you can bring in a little bit more flavor if you have the money. If you have the money to do this, and get some saffron. And saffron is the most expensive spice in the world. This little bag, $16. So, want to use it sparingly. It maybe like that much. That much right there is like $12. And you want to crush it while you put it into the stock you have in here, and just let it bloom there. Alright, let's check on this chicken. Oh, look at that. Oh, perfect. Now we don't want to cook these all the way through. Woo! Whoa! Holy cow! Now watch out for that. That can happen in the kitchen. But I'm not going to cook these all the way through. I'm going to cook it maybe like 2 or 3 more minutes on this other side, then take it out. Then we're going to start on the aromatic. Alright, got the chicken out. I'm going to turn down the heat because we're going to sweat these vegetables. We don't want to saute them at all. And this stuff down here, so it looks like it's burned on. This is fond. This is pure flavor right here. Once we get all the vegetables sweated and everything, then we're gonna toss in the rice and toast the rice, and then we're gonna deglaze with some chicken stock. And deglaze just means like to get all this stuff off the bottom. And here I have shallot, some celery, and green pepper. this go until they're nice and soft. And so at this point, you want to add some garlic, about 3 cloves of garlic. Move that around. We're also going to throw in some tomato paste. About a tablespoon of tomato paste. And what I have in here is a mix of the Trinity from Cajun Cooking, which is onion, celery, and green pepper. And I also have the sofrito in Spanish, which is onion, garlic, and tomato. So yeah, the fusion of arroz con pollo and jambalaya right in here. We're gonna let this tomato paste caramelize and get deep red. Calling it brick red. I'm guessing kind of like a brick roux. I don't know. But once that is where we like it, we're gonna add the rice. Right, now we're gonna add the rice. Got 1 cup of long green rice. We're gonna toast this. Give it like another layer of flavor. Okay, after this is toasted, I'm gonna add back in the sausage. And chicken. Along with the juices. I'm gonna add in our saffron and chicken stock. Now for chicken stock, you want it to come about 3/4 of the way up the side of the chicken. About like that. Then you want to bring that to a boil. Reduce it to a simmer. Stick a lid on it and let it go for like 35-40 minutes, or until the rice is tender and the chicken is cooked through. So at this point, our chicken should be done. Just mixing a little bit of cilantro in there. If you don't like cilantro, don't put it in. And to that, take some lime, a little bit of lime juice in there. It comes out. It's now a very juicy lime. Wow. Not very juicy at all. All right, let's give this a try. That is really good. So if you like this video, please like, don't forget to share, hit that follow button, and I will see you next time.